Today I'll be showing you guys a detailed video of everything I got for the baking. First thing I got was this turntable. This is it. First thing I got was this turntable, and then this cake whisk. I also got cake board. I got this palette knife and cake topper. And I got flavor and cocoa butter and of course color. I got a decorating comb, a spatula, this is flour that I want to use for baking, but actually what I want to show you guys is this mixing bowl. Yes, I got it for 4,500. That's the only one I remember the price. I got this stacking board and some dowel roll, clean frame, parchment paper. This is still a dowel roll, but I think it's not the plastic one, the wooden one. I got crystal shortening. This is parchment paper. Crystal shortening. This is parchment paper. What about four? I got about four. I also got sugar and margarine. The final thing I got was this board. I originally have this one in my house, so I got this extra 9 inches board, and this is a 6 inches board. And of course, my palette knife, my serrated knife. Okay. And finally, that. So I think that's the about it. Let's see how it goes.
Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. It's Norma here, and first off, I'm really sorry. I was supposed to post this video earlier before now, but unfortunately I couldn't because I was trying to make up some of the clean spots. I just had to find a way to do that. Also, please, if you can see this video and you're watching it currently, help me like this video, subscribe to my channel, and comment. Just leave some sort of encouragement for me. I really appreciate it. Thank you. For the red velvet and the chocolate cake, there isn't much whisking to do like the vanilla cake. It's quite simple and easier. So I'll just be explaining the steps I did, why the detailed recipe of the detailed ingredients I used will be in the description. Just check that out. So the first step you do is to sieve out all your dry ingredients. This is cocoa powder. I've already sieved out my flour, my baking powder, my baking soda. So you have to sieve them out to remove any sort of particles and also to free them up so that they'll be airier. I don't know if you get what I mean, but if you're baking, you always have to sieve all your dry ingredients and set that aside. So I used 2.5 cups of flour for the red velvet, and also even used powdered coloring, so I had to sieve that as well and mix them thoroughly till it's well combined. Then I will set it aside. Now it's time to mix the wet ingredients. Like I said before, the detailed measurement I use will be in the description, so please check that out. So into my vegetable oil, I added sugar, the quantity of sugar I'll be needing for this, and I mixed that up very well. After mixing that up very well, I started to introduce the eggs, and I'll be doing that gradually. You have to keep that in that one after the other, and this will also give room for you to check which egg is fresh or how good the egg is. Please don't ever crack your egg directly into your bowl. It might cause an accident you don't like if the egg is bad or something, it will just spoil your entire thing. So please always use a separate bowl to crack your egg and add them individually or one after the other. This is actually my first time baking, so I don't know if there's another recipe for a red velvet cake, but this is the one I learned with, and it was quite easier to do, although it contains a lot of hand mixing. Just to make the mixing process easier for me, I had to whisk every ingredient I add thoroughly first before I add the next one. That way, it wasn't so difficult for me to whisk everything in, and I was sure everything was well combined at the end. It's time to combine our wet ingredients with our dry ingredients, and what I have there in the blue cup is a buttermilk that I'll be using to loosen up the texture in case it gets too thick. I think I already showed you guys how I made my buttermilk in my first video, where you just add a teaspoon of vinegar to your milk and then you have your buttermilk. So you keep doing this gradually, one step after the other, till everything is well combined and mixed together, and then you have your red velvet ready to be popped into the oven. This was the consistency I was going for, something that is not so thick and something that is not so light, and I put it in a 9 inches already lined pan with butter and parchment paper. Now for the chocolate cake, you have to start with the eggs first. I cracked in some eggs into a bowl, I think about 3 eggs, and then I whisked that up. I just whisked it a little bit, not so much. So after I whisked the egg so it was light and fluffy, I added my sugar. I used about 1 cup of sugar because I didn't want it to be so sweet since it's a chocolate cake. And then I'll mix it up very well and mix it till it actually changed color. It's actually pale, or will I say almost white. After mixing that, you will just add the rest of the wet ingredients, which includes your vegetable oil and your flavor. You can use any flavor of your choice. I used the vanilla flavor here. Then I set it aside and went on to mix my dry ingredients. The dry ingredients includes flour, cocoa powder, and baking powder. And like I said before, the detailed measurement is actually in the caption. I used about 1 cup of cocoa powder because I wanted to give it that coloring. And since I'll not be using any coloring, that is this thing they call food coloring or cake coloring that gives it this deep chocolate color. You can get it in the market, but I won't be using that. I didn't use that. I just used the cocoa powder. I had to put enough of it for it to actually get dark. So I just used sieve to sieve everything out and then mix that up and brought back the wet ingredients I already prepared, and of course hot water. You need hot water to be losing up the texture. But for my chocolate cake, I don't really like it to be so light. I just wanted something that was a little thick because it was going to be the base of the cake. I wanted it to be the down part of the cake, and I need it to be a little thick so that it can carry the weight of the rest of the cake. It was actually a two-tier cake, so this is the consistency I was also looking for, and this is how I made the birthday cake. I actually did this quantity for 2 pan, a 9 inches pan and a 6 inches pan. So yeah, chocolate cake is ready. So I did these clips just to show you guys how the cakes came out, and they also tested very well. So yeah, the recipe is actually very good. And if you also watched to this extent, please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and leave a comment about what you think. I'll be anticipating that. Thank you.